My love, you say the sweetest things.
No.
Oh, honey, are you alright?
You can be mad at. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Wait, we got it wrong. You know what? Whatever. Today's a weird
Sorry,
day.
I'm still nursing a cold. It'll be okay. I'm still nursing a cold. Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm a bit out of sorts.
It's alright. I still love you. He's the patron and saint of bobbies.
The patron
Why
saint.
am I here?
Oh,
A few moments later.
A single flower? Oh, how romantic.
Why are we here?
Why? Who are they talking? Are they talking at Ryunosuke?
I don't even know, man.
It was 1 whole shilling. My Wow, that sucks. My entire monthly stipend. And I lost all of it.
What, your entire monthly stipend was a shilling?
If it's just 1 shilling, Ryunosuke, maybe you shouldn't consider playing poker with it. Hello, everybody. This is KVTV on the Sun, and welcome back to the Escapades of the Greatest Attorney. We are now on the last escapade, where there seems to be a trial for a murder, and Sholmes himself is charged for it. Huh? I don't know.
He probably did it.
I don't know. I'm just reading this, and I'm like, okay, interesting. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like hard to like.
Naruhodo in the background, like, oh god, finally.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, with Sholmes, it's a possibility, but also like, what even?
He does tend to murder the tone of the room.
That's what he's accused for. Yep. All right, let's get going. Not even a joke. That would be correct. That would be he accused of.
There's just a guy named Tona D.
Mr. Sholmes, you've been accused of killing the vibe, as it were.
Date
Well,
unknown.
I didn't know that was an actual crime.
Date unknown. The Old Bailey courtroom. Yeah, I think everything's... Yep, okay, everything's split correctly then. So we don't have to worry. Everybody's got a roll. Except for the judge. Who's the judge? Wait, who's the judge?
Everybody else has been taking a secondary role. I can do that.
Go, let's go.
This court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. This is a most extraordinary case of murder. Counsels, I assume I may proceed?
Yes, my lord. The defense is ready. Oh my god, it's been like, how many escapades since I read for Ryunosuke? He's been jumping so much.
At your discretion, my lord.
Very well. I hereby call on the prosecution to introduce the case.
The incident in question took place 2 days ago, late at night, when the ground was blanketed with snow. The location of the incident was the residence of the accused, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Indeed. The now famous address of 221B Baker Street, was it?
The address may have enjoyed fame once, my lord, but will henceforth endure infamy for this grim crime.
Yes, sir. Well put. The victim, a certain Madame Rosie, was found asphyxiated in the cursed sofa. The accused suffered. My apologies. It was a curse, and we having to get it out.
The accursed accused, yes, I understand completely. Thank you, Gregson.
My word.
But it's unclear as to whether the victim was actually killed in the defendant's suite or not. After all, when Mr. Sholmes left the room for only a brief moment, Madame Rosie somehow vanished herself out of his room completely.
Sunshine, I think that's 5 pence you owe me.
No, actually, we're not having this right now.
Oh, don't worry, I'm keeping a tab on here. Don't worry, Gregson.
Oh, please, dude.
Anyway.
You don't need to do that.
No, I mostly talk.
Yes, please do that. Please do that, my lord.
Vanished herself, counsel. The victim. Quite true, my lord, but there is but one adjoining door between my drawing room and kitchen. Yet, having brewed some tea in the kitchen, I returned to find the room completely empty. There was nobody else present. Ordinarily, my fellow lodger Iris would have been at home. However, on the day in question, she had been invited to a meeting of a scientific society within the city. I'm afraid you have the propensity for exaggeration, sir. You claim the victim vanished herself, but really... It seems to me entirely plausible that she chose to leave via the main entrance to your suite.
As it happens, my lord, the door to the accused's room was locked at the time, from the inside.
Very true, oh god, I hate these braces.
No, switching voices is wild also.
Very true, Inspector. As such, I can say with considerable surety that the victim did not leave via my front door.
But what about... yes! She could have snuck out through the window.
Objection! Really, a window? The windows in the room were not locked, it's true. And the victim had the opportunity. However,
that's also 5 pins for you. There was snow all around the building outside. Not a patch of it had been disturbed.
would my learned friend care to explain how the victim could have left without leaving a trail? And please don't say she flew.
These are all I imagined he said that.
It's like how she did it. Ryunosuke opens his mouth, and don't say she flew. Ryunosuke closes his mouth.
She died on the way back to his home planet.
So the victim, Madame Rosie, somehow vanished from the scene before she was killed. Naturally, I was alarmed by the sudden disappearance of my guest. So I summoned this gentleman, who resides in the attic above my room, and we took a cab to Scotland Yard.
I can confirm that the defendant called for me, and I saw his suite on my way downstairs. And yes, I'm quite sure it was empty, just as Mr. Sholmes has said.
When we reached the yard, this very detective happened to be there.
Well, yes, you see, I was just in my office for a while, having a come back from some important business.
And then, having explained the situation to the inspector, we traveled back to Baker Street together. At that time, there were no footprints in the snow around the building, other than the ones we made.
Do I take it then, counsel, that you personally witnessed the scene where the incident took place?
No, my lord. I went straight up to bed in my own room in the attic.
Inspector Gregson, however, was met with a most blood-curdling sight. On Mr. Sholmes' sofa, the vanished Madame Rosie, motionless.
So the victim was already dead when you discovered her, Inspector?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, we've killed Gregson. Oh god, not like this.
Gregson, I think Gregson needs a moment to reboot.
oh my word, he's motionless. He's still. Quick.
No,
Quick,
my lord. I was giving some dramatic effect there. Not dead, but not far off. She mustered all her remaining strength to say these dire words. That Sholmes will be the death of me.
Oh yes, I overheard that remark at the time too. Delivered in a rasping voice full of malice.
No!
Softly, not even the first time.
Those words indeed proved to be her last. The victim expired moments later, there on the sofa. The cause of death is identified as damage to the respiratory tract as a result of strangulation.
Rubble.
Pray, does the accused dare to contest the inspector's account? Please say yes.
Certainly not. In fact, the inspector has done an unusually fine job of summarizing the salient points.
I literally told you to say yes, but okay, alright. Fine, I guess you're just gonna make this much easier for me, sure?
Shrooms will be the death of me. Damning departing words indeed.
In her final moments, the victim named her killer. You, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
But the defendant had no reason to take the victim's life. Perhaps you could tell the court, Mr. Sholmes, who exactly this Madame Rosie was.
Ah yes, of course. Did I never mention her to you? I'd extended an invitation to her that evening, though she is loquacious in the extreme. The most trivial of matters quickly becomes a quarrel. I was only too pleased to leave her presence to make tea.
Great. Fantastic.
It would appear then that the accused did in fact have a motive for silencing his heuristic guest. Permanently.
Putting that tenuous motive aside, what about the other mystery surrounding the case?
I'm inclined to agree with the defense. There remain a number of inscrutable details. The victim's alleged disappearance and subsequent reappearance leaving no trail of footprints, for example.
That's right. The crime described by the prosecution could never have happened.
Yet the victim named the accused in her dying breath. It seems to me that my learned friend has overlooked a significant detail here.
You realize just going by what someone said doesn't really count as true evidence, right?
Yeah, well...
In the 1900s it doesn't.
It's 1900s.
Okay.
It's 1900s Ace Attorneys. Who cares?
I care.
Nonsense. What have I overlooked? No, I mean, like, nobody cares. It's just like, this is evidence. Not in the game,
man in the dock, the so-called great detective, all too frequently makes the following bold claim. There's no crime beyond the realms of possibility, no mystery beyond my powers of reasoning. So, Mr. Sholmes, you will have no difficulty in explaining how the crime thus described could have taken place. Therefore, I propose a toast to the great detective upholding his name.
But of course.
Yes, please, do play into this. I love it.
Were I to put my mind to the matter, the crime would immediately appear to all present to be entirely feasible.
Oh, yes, please do go on.
Please, Mr. Sholmes, whose side are you on?
No, you be quiet.
I have to defend, though. All you need to say is, no, even I can't think of a way that a crime like that could have been committed.
Not with that ego, he's not.
You're right.
Let the accused's admission be noted in the court.
No, Naruhodo. Follow my plan.
Though the crime may appear impossible to us mortals of inferior mental capacity, this man alone claims to know exactly how it was done.
Now, hold on. That's a very fragile...
Thank you, counsels. I believe I've heard more than enough to proceed with my education. The accused great detective did, in some inscrutable manner, willfully murder the victim, Madame Rosie. I therefore find the defendant...
Guilty!
Oh, okay.
Probably the only time we'll see that.
Hopefully.
Let this man be taken from this courtroom and, in some equally inscrutable manner, be sanctioned for his crimes. Court is adjourned.
We don't even get a jury?
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that was great. Hang on. I was about to enjoy my drink.
My lord, please.
Oh, my learned friend, I'm literally going to reach over and throw this glass at you.
Wouldn't that considered be like... Oh man, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here.
Only if I actually did it. This is just a threat. Sleep with an eye open.
The truth about the mystery surrounding this case are known to another besides the great detective.
What's this?
On my word, Mr. Naruhodo, you are coming along wonderfully.
Meanwhile, my dog is snoring behind me.
God, I wish that were me.
You've deduced a fundamental truth about this case, I believe.
Which would be, Detective?
That the truth of this case is known. Only to the true culprit, obviously. Is that not so, Gregson?
Hey, what? Wait, I suppose he is.
You don't mean... Are you suggesting, Mr. Sholmes, that you have an idea as to what actually happened that night?
An idea, my dear fellow. I could explain the entire incident from start to finish with not a single detail omitted.
Objection! Seems the detective has failed to grasp the situation.
Pray, Mr. Reaper, which of us has truly failed to grasp the situation, I wonder?
Then answer me this. You claim that prior to the incident, the victim suddenly vanished without a trace from your room. If so, how exactly did Madame Rosie disappear?
Why, naturally, via the window. It was ajar, after all.
But that can't be. The room is a whole story above street level. And anyway, no prints were found in the snow.
There are any number of ways one could avoid leaving tracks in the snow, surely.
Such as...
Such as flying, for instance.
Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh,
See,
oh.
He
I-
died on the way to his home planet.
See, I didn't say it, Your Honor, or my lord. At least I didn't say it.
You know what, Mr. Naruhodo? You make a good point. You did not say it. I will give you that, my learned friend. You did not say it. Having said that, a fatuous notion. And to where do you propose the victim flew, Mr. Sholmes? Back to their home planet?
Is it not entirely plain? To the culprit's abode, of course. Or, having left my suite, that is clearly where Madame Rosie was murdered. Take a moment to consider the cruel irony, if you will. By her own volition, she flew directly to her death.
Objection! You forget, Detective. The victim's corpse was discovered on your own sofa.
No doubt because her killer carried her back there.
But what about the lack of footprints in the snow again, then? There just weren't any. Other than our own from when we returned home ourselves.
If by our footprints you refer to your own and mine, you are quite right. But there were those of another. On the night in question, there was one other person who could have conveyed the victim to my sofa.
What?
Good gracious! To whom do you refer, sir? A man whose somewhat unveiling presence at the scene of the crime would be questioned by no one.
Unavailing? You don't mean...
Indeed I do. A man who hastened to the scene directly upon learning of the incident at Scotland Yard. Namely... you, Inspector Gregson. When you arrived at my address on Baker Street, you were carrying the half-dead Madame Rosie with you. You waited for a suitable opportunity, and then laid the victim on my sofa. You did what?
Huh? Objection. But we were with the inspector when he arrived. How could he possibly have been carrying the victim? We would have noticed.
My dear fellow, a most obvious answer presents itself, does it not?
Oh, please say he flew, please. I am begging you.
The inspector is rarely, if ever, without his overcoat. The victim was simply conveyed in one of its many pockets.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I need a drink. Hold up. I fail to see what makes this detective great, but I can say one thing with great certainty. A human body cannot fit into the pocket of an overcoat.
I believe you may have all fallen foul of a rather significant misapprehension.
What?
Madame Rosie was not a human.
What?
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo? Something troubles you, perhaps.
Everything?
Was she a fairy?
Whatever.
Oh my god, she was a parrot.
Whatever gives you that idea? Exactly what sort of creature was Madame Rosie?
She was a parrot.
Is it not apparent already? A parakeet, of course.
Something that could talk and fly. It was a... Oh my god.
It was a bird.
Don't forget DL6!
Why are we even in the courtroom with this? Where was the human body that they? Gregson.
Gregson?
A most self-conceited specimen, in fact. A parakeet. She was an insensate talker, I must say. Her manner was quite intolerable at times. On to turn every conversation to a quarrel. I thought to strangle the creature on more than one occasion.
Don't say that in court.
You had a quarrel with a parakeet.
But of course, why else would she have chosen to fly from my window so uncordially that evening? To the abode of the inspector here beside me, no less.
The Inspector Grayson's abode? But why?
Because that was the parakeet's home, naturally.
What the you?
The inspector was called away from town for some days, so it was arranged that I would look after the bird. But it would appear that she was overcome with a sudden yearning for her keeper, thus prompting her flight from my comfortable suite to the inspector's office in Scotland Yard. Well, Gregson, I believe it's high time you explained. Give us your account of what happened that night, sparing no details, of course.
Inspector Gregson?
I need a drink. Oh god.
I don't think you have enough wine for this.
I got back from being away that evening, you see. I just walked through the door to my office. Never imagined Madame Rosie would be on her way back to the yard as well. I slammed the door shut behind me, just as she was trying to fly through it.
Oh no!
Oh, that is awful.
Oof. So Madame Rosie...
She got sandwiched between the door and the frame and fell to the floor.
That's a horrible way to go. No,
That's awful.
This poor bird.
Never to move again, because of me.
Well, I never...
Do something. And just when I was trying to think of a plan, you fellas are live talking about some incident in Baker Street.
Nah.
I had to hide Madame Rosie in a hurry. So I stuffed her in my coat pocket and got into the cab with the barrier.
This is amazing.
What could possibly have motivated you to behave in such a manner, Inspector?
Lord Strongheart, sir.
Huh? Lord Strongheart? Please tell me I didn't hear that right.
It was the Lord Chief Justice who asked me to look after the bird in the first place. She would have never wrote the pigeons at the Supreme Court until then. Well, apparently the other birds had started to pick on her.
Oh?
So for the past 6 months or so, I've been caring for her in my office at the yard.
I see.
If anything happened to that bird, just imagine. Not paying no time off for the rest of my career. You mark my words, that's what's gonna happen. That's why I win it.
But the victim's dying words, Inspector. The court heard earlier that Madame Rosie spoke the name of her assailant on her deathbed.
That rotter, Sholmes, will be the death of me.
Indeed she did. Quite uncalled for, wouldn't you agree? But those words are your true feelings, are they not, Inspector? Clearly you speak of me often at your office at the yard, in this disparaging manner.
Have you met
A manner
yourself?
that the... I'm sorry, what?
Have you met yourself, Sholmes?
Well, at least Ryunosuke can tells it to you to your face. Like, I mean...
Oh no, it's quite understandable. I cursed in fish and chips a month ago. Anyway, a manner that the Mary
What?
Parakeet took... We'll talk about this later. Anyway, a manner that the Mary Parakeet took much delight in mimicking.
Wait, come on! I mean, have you read this month's edition of Nerds Magazine, eh? I'm... Sorry!
This is all absolutely true?
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Oh, there's not enough alcohol in the world for this.
Some Bernard-Norlandiques.
Oh, many things, Gregson. No, nothing. I was drifted off for a moment there.
It was all a dream.
Wait, what?
It's hard not to drift off when you've been kept waiting for 3 hours already.
I wonder if we'll manage to meet with Lord Strongheart at all today.
The answer's no.
The way he pulls the cape around him like he's Dracula, I swear to God. We may have to deliver the report on the Windy Bank case that he asked for on another day. Tell me, Inspector, what became of that bird?
Ah, Madame Rosie, you mean? She had not escaped, but she's still alive. I delivered her back to him not long ago, actually, on Strongheart's orders. He's hoping the pigeons will accept it now.
Oh.
It was something of a shock to hear that she'd been crushed in the doorway of your office. Especially as we were all under the misapprehension that Madame Rosie was a person.
Sorry about that. It was someone against the man, but...
Ah, good, you're here! I apologize for my tardiness. I'm exactly 3 hours, 24 minutes, and 57 seconds late.
Oh, no, my lord. No, please don't deny yourself. Nothing gives us great pleasure than standing here doing nothing for hours on end.
What are you, Ryunosuke?
I'm getting paid, aren't I?
Heartening. So, let's hear it then. Your report. The Windy Bank trial is concluded, but this is far from over. It seems that dark Far Eastern lawyer and I have some shared destiny. We will meet again, of that I have no doubt.
Did you see that, Rosie? You see that? Madame Rosie was flying about the pieces there. How happy as a lottie she was.
Aww.
Really, Inspector? You must be relieved.
Aww. That is the one time we actually play from Baroque's perspective.
Yeah, it was weird seeing him, like, front-facing.
Oh, okay. Wow, there's a sound now when I get a trophy? Huh. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's with the new Steam update thing.
Okay. Alright, cool. I was just like, what was that? And I see at the bottom screen, I see what happened now. Alright,
The sound shows up on my streams now, too.
Oh.
The alert doesn't, but the sound does.
Congratulations, you got a trophy. Nobody can see what you got, but you got a trophy. Alright, that is it. That is the entire Escapades. Did you all enjoy those?
Most
Yeah,
of
those
them.
were fun.
Well, huh?
Yes, I did quite enjoy us having a trial over a bird.
Hey, that was your dream, Baroque.
Also, by the way, Gregson, your despite that being a dream, your fish and chips are cursed.
Wait, what?
Was it a dream? Was it a dream or was it a flashback?
Considering Rosie is alive when they were talking, it's probably just a dream.
Yeah, but they were all talking about how they were under misapprehension that she was a person, so like they're acting like the trial happened.
Which is still kind of funny. But Rosie's alive, so...
I guess she got better. Bro, I don't know.
Dude,
Or
don't-
was she
don't worry.
even here at all?
I don't know. Some people consider these canon, some people consider not canon. In my opinion, I think most of these happened in some way or another. So, I don't know. I just like them because you get to see more of the characters outside of the courtroom and investigating. And I like these. I wish there were more of these because I do appreciate these little opportunities where we just get to see the characters just kind of bum around. That has,
Yeah.
It's nice. I like this. Please do more of these whenever you release the next Ace Attorney game, Capcom. I don't know when that's gonna be, all things considered, but I like these. Do more of these. But that being said, though, we are officially gonna head into the second game the next time we sit down and record, so please look forward to that, because, oh boy! They sure try to cram a lot into the second game, that's for sure. It's a lot faster than the first game, so, please look forward to that. Thank you for dropping in, and we'll see you all in the next video.